Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anis Eliana binti Muhammad Rahaiza and my metric number is 26DUP19F1003. So today I would like to share about scuba diving certification and professional course. So for the first, Professional Association of Diving Instructor or PADI. In 1966 years, John Coroni and Rappel Erickson found the Professional Association of Diving Instructor with the intention of upgrading existing instructor method and making the sport more accessible. The entry-level course is the PADI Open Water course, which promote perform-based learning through online or in classroom theory, season and practical training in confined and open water. In addition to teaching students about diver psychology and underwater safety, PADI course promote marine conservation through a partnership with non-profit organization Project Aware. Next, for the second, Scuba School International or SSI. Scuba School International was founded in 1970 and is currently headquartered in Colorado. It is the second largest scuba training agency after PADI, with over 2,800 dive centers representing the brand in more than 110 countries. SSI courses are available in 30 languages. The entry-level course is called Open Water Diver and it's very similar in terms of skill learned to the PADI course of the same name. The main difference is that the academic portion of the course is complete, exclusive, online for free. This makes certification cheaper and more flexible. You can also learn offline through the SSI apps. Okay, for the next certification is British Sub Aqua Club or BSAC. The British Sub Aqua Club was founded in 1953 years as a recreational diving club. It launched its first instructor training course in 1960 and is now the national governing body for scuba diving and snorkeling in the United Kingdom. The agency has a reputation for high-quality training, reinforced by the fact that diving conditions in the UK are typically more challenging than in tropical destinations as well around the world. BSAC divers are taught to cope with cold water and limited visibility from their first open water dive, and as such, certification from this agency are typically well respected. The entry-level certification is called Ocean Diver and includes theory sessions, in-pool training, and a minimum of 4 open water dives. So next, let's see about scuba diving equipment and accessory. For the first, wetsuit, regulator, technical diving, buoyancy compensator, mask, snorkel, fins, full face mask, compass, depth gauge, pressure gauge, dive computer, dive lighter and torch, tongue, case or storage bag, weight, compressor, spare air tank. So for the next is communication skill in scuba diving. First is OK. The first hand signal that most scuba divers learn is the OK hand signal. This signal can be used as both a question and a response. This OK sign is a demand response signal, meaning that if one diver asks another diver if he is okay, he must respond with either an OK signal, a question, and a response. This OK sign is a demand response signal, meaning that if one diver asks another diver if he is okay, he must respond with either an OK signal in return or with the communication that something is wrong. The OK hand signal should not be confused with the thumbs up signal, which is scuba diving means end the dive. For the second communication skill is not okay or have a problem. Scuba divers communicate a problem by extending a flattened hand which rotate it slowly side to side. Similar to how many people signal so in normal conversation. A dive communicating a problem underwater should then point to the source of the problem using his index finger. For third, okay, and problem on the surface, like this. The okay sign is made by joining both arms in a ring above the head, or if only one arm is free, like this. Okay, by touching the top of the head with the fingertip. To indicate a problem, the dive wave their hands overhead to call for another attention. Next communication skill is up or and the dive, like this. Okay, the up signal is one of the most important signals in scuba diving. Any divers can end the dive at any point for any reason by using the up signal. A diver who signals up to a fellow diver should receive the up signal in return so that he can be sure that the signal has understood. Then next is down, like this. Down. The thumbs down hand signal communicate go down or descends underwater. The down signal is used in the first step of the 5-point descent, in which divers agree that they are prepared to go deeper. So the next communication skill is slow down, like this, slow down. So the hand is held out flat and motion downward. Next is stop, like this or like this. So diver typically communicate stop in one or two ways. The first method, common in reaction diving, is to hold up the flat hand like this, plumb forward as a traffic cop would. Technical divers, however, favor the hold signal like this, made by extending the fist with the palm side of the first facing. Hold signal like this, made by extending the fist with the palm side. So next is look, like this. Look. The look hand signal is made by pointing the index and third fingers at your eyes and then indirecting the object to be obsessed. Then go to this direction. They indicate or suggest a direction of travel. Scuba divers use the fingertips of a flattened hand to point out the desired direction. Next is come here. Come here. For the come here hand signal, extend the flattened hand palm up and bend the fingertip outward towards yourself. Then come here signal is basically the same signal that people use in everyday conversation. Next is the level of. The level of hand signal is used to tell a diver to remain at the current depth or maintain this depth. The level of signal is most commonly used to communicate that diver have reached the planned maximum depth for a dive or to tell diver to hold previously designed depth for a safety decompression stop. Next is body up or stay together. Scuba diving instructor use this hand signal to remind student diver to stay close to their diving partner. Divers also occasionally use this signal to resign body steam underwater. Next is safety stop, like this. Safety stop like this. Safety stop signal should be used on every dive to communicate within the dive team that the dive has reached the predetermined safety stop depth and agree to maintain that depth for a minimum of 3 minutes. Next is deco or decompression. Technically, divers trained in decompression diving technique use this signal to communicate the need for a decompression stop. Next is low on air. This hand signal is not used to indicate an emergency, but to communicate that a diver has reached the predetermined tank pressure reserved for the dive. Then communication skill for bubble or leak, like this. The bubble or leak signal communicate that a diver has noticed a leaking seal or bubbling piece of gear either on herself or her body. To make the bubbles, hand signal, open and close your fingers tip repeatedly like this. You should then end the dive and bring a slow and controlled ascent to the surface. Last but not least, communication skill of the question like this. The hand signal is not previous. If a diver becomes excessively chill underwater, he could lose reasoning and motor skill. Plus, his or her body will not absorb nitrogen efficiently. Then for the last point in scuba diving is how to clear mask for diving. To clear your scuba mask, you will need to place pressure on the top of your mask frame and blow out of your nose. The air from your nose push the water out from the mask through the slight gap and place them on top of your mask frame. Push the mask against your face. Next, look down slightly and breathe through your mouth and regulator. Then blow your nose gently as you look up. If there is still water in your mask, repeat step 2 until 4 until the water in your mask is not there. So that's all from me. Thank you.